Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. What if love didn't need grand gestures, but only a simple, heartfelt touch to speak volumes? In a world filled with glamorous headlines and flashy romances, Yang and Dilraba are quietly reminding us that true love lives in the details, the unnoticed glances, the soft touches, and the silent support. And just recently, one tender moment caught on camera melted the hearts of fans across the globe. Stay with us, because this story will make you believe in love again. There are moments in life that pass by quietly, almost unnoticed, but linger in the heart long after they're gone. One such moment recently unfolded on the set of a film shoot, where two of Asia's most beloved stars, Yang and Dilraba, shared a fleeting yet profoundly moving exchange that left fans across the world speechless. It was not staged, not rehearsed, not meant for the public eye. But as cameras kept rolling behind the scenes, what they captured was something far more powerful than a scripted drama. A glimpse of authentic affection, quietly expressed through a single gentle gesture. During a short break between takes, Dilraba sat under the bright production lights, her expression relaxed but visibly tired. As she adjusted her costume, Yang approached her, not with words or grand gestures, but with the kind of quiet concern that doesn't demand attention. He reached out and gently brushed something from her cheek, possibly a speck of dust, perhaps a strand of hair caught in the wind. What made this moment unforgettable wasn't the act itself. It was the way he looked at her when he did it. His eyes were soft, focused solely on her, filled with a kind of warmth that seemed untouched by cameras or crowds. It was the look of someone who deeply cares, not just for how she performs, but for how she feels. That moment, barely a few seconds long, rippled across continents. Fans from the United States to Japan, Indonesia to France, shared the video clip with captions full of awe and tenderness. Many commented that it didn't feel like acting anymore. It felt real, unfiltered, and deeply personal. In a digital age saturated with curated love stories and filtered emotions, this raw, unscripted interaction struck a chord. It reminded people that true love doesn't always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it speaks in silence. What set this apart from typical celebrity moments was how universal it felt. People of all ages, from teenagers scrolling late at night, to older viewers who've lived through decades of love and loss, saw something genuine in that single gesture. It wasn't just romantic. It was respectful, gentle, full of quiet dignity. For many, it brought to mind what love is supposed to look like when no one is watching, attentive, selfless, and free of performance. In that subtle exchange, Yang didn't just comfort Dilraba. He reminded millions that the truest form of care doesn't need to be loud or theatrical. Sometimes all it takes is a look, a touch, a moment. And in that moment the world stopped, not because of drama or scandal, but because of something far more rare: sincerity. And that sincerity is exactly what made people believe, perhaps just a little more, in love again. What made that simple touch from Yang feel so profoundly different wasn't just the action itself. It was the weight of intention behind it. In an industry where so much is choreographed, where gestures of affection can be scripted or exaggerated for the camera, this one felt completely unscripted. It was spontaneous, unpolished, and filled with an emotional authenticity that's rarely seen in public life, let alone between two high-profile celebrities. There was no need for dialogue, no dramatic music, no setup. It was a quiet moment of presence, where Yang wasn't performing for anyone. He wasn't trying to be noticed, nor was he trying to play the part of the perfect man. He simply saw someone he cared about, someone who had perhaps had a long day, someone whose comfort mattered to him in that instant, and he responded with a tenderness that came instinctively. That's what made it feel different. It wasn't affection for display. It was affection for her. The way he looked at Dilraba when he reached out to help her, the gentleness in his movement, and the absence of hesitation all suggested a relationship grounded in respect and emotional intimacy. It wasn't about touching her face. It was about seeing her, being present with her in the most unspoken human way. In a world full of noise, this gesture was quiet, and in that quietness it became powerful. That's what resonated with people from all walks of life, because at its core, it reminded us that the most meaningful acts of love are often the ones no one asks for, the ones done without an audience, and the ones that speak volumes, not through words but through sincerity. Love, when it is real, rarely needs to be loud. It speaks in whispers, in moments so small they could be missed by anyone not paying attention. But for those who know how to see it, those small gestures carry the weight of 1,000 words. Between Yang and Dilraba, this silent language of love has become something fans across the world have learned to read and to feel deeply. Long before cameras ever caught their now famous moments, the signs were there. It's in the way Yang instinctively shields Dilraba from a rushing crowd, gently placing his hand on her back to guide her safely through. It's in how he ensures she always has water nearby on set, or that her favorite snacks are within reach during long filming hours. These aren't grand acts, and yet, they speak to a level of attention and care that can only come from deep emotional connection. These quiet efforts don't demand gratitude or recognition. They are given freely, naturally, with love. One crew member once shared how Yang, in the middle of a grueling shoot, noticed Dilraba was visibly exhausted. Without a word, he walked away briefly, returned with a warm towel, and handed it to her. No fanfare, no need to explain. It was an act so simple, yet so profound because it wasn't about what he did, it was about what he noticed. Love, at its most genuine, is observant. It notices the unspoken needs, the subtle shifts in mood, the heaviness in someone's eyes after a long day. For many watching from around the world, these small, quiet acts resonate more than anything extravagant ever could, because they remind us of something deeply human, that we all long to be seen, not just when we're glowing, but also when we're tired, overwhelmed, or quietly enduring. Yang's gestures are not just romantic, they are compassionate. They say, "I'm here. I see you. I care." In those quiet interactions, love becomes less of a spectacle and more of a sanctuary. It is not the volume of a gesture, but the sincerity behind it that makes it unforgettable. And that is what continues to draw people to their story. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. True love is often misunderstood as constant excitement, grand confessions, or fairy tale perfection. But the love between Yang and Dilraba quietly challenges that notion. Theirs is not just a romance for the cameras. It reflects something far deeper: emotional maturity. It is a relationship shaped not by idealism, but by patience, understanding, and mutual respect. That is what makes it resonate so deeply with people from all walks of life. What sets their bond apart is not just how they support each other during public events or on social media, but how they carry themselves in moments of pressure, in situations that test not just their affection but their character. In interviews, fans have seen them disagree, but never disrespect. They listen. They pause. They find common ground without overpowering one another. It is rare to witness such calm, mutual communication in the often chaotic world of entertainment, where egos can easily collide and private emotions can be compromised by public expectations. Dilraba has described Yang not just as a source of strength, but as someone who helps her remain grounded, especially when the spotlight becomes too harsh. And Yang in turn speaks of her with unwavering admiration, not as a fragile figure to protect, but as an equal partner whose presence he values and whose voice he hears. Their love isn't about saving each other. It's about walking side by side, growing together, and making space for one another's individuality within the relationship. This kind of connection does not happen overnight. It is built slowly, through emotional labor and intentional kindness. It shows the world that love isn't always found in dramatic declarations, but in the quiet confidence of knowing someone truly understands you. That emotional maturity, the willingness to work through discomfort, to celebrate growth, and to stay soft even when life becomes hard. That is the kind of love that stays. For many fans, witnessing this has shifted the way they view relationships. It reminds them that real love is not about possession or perfection, but about partnership. It inspires hope not just in romance, but in the human capacity to love without ego, to care without conditions, and to choose each other again and again with patience and grace. While many fans know them from past dramas, Sources recently hinted that Yang and Dilraba might co-host a charity event together, themed around mental health for youth. This is more than just another public appearance. It's a shared value, a new layer of connection. Seeing them support each other not only professionally, but also through meaningful causes shows the depth of their compatibility. Because when two stars align beyond the screen, they can light up something far bigger than a stage. From Bangkok to Berlin, New York to Nagoya, fans aren't just shipping a couple. They're witnessing a kind of love that's quiet but powerful, supportive, not possessive, romantic but grounded in respect. Fan creations, art, music, and even wedding-style fanfics have exploded since that tender moment was posted. Why? Because Yang and Dilraba offer us hope. Not the flashy, temporary kind, but the gentle, enduring kind we all crave. If this story touched you even just a little, if it made you smile, feel warm, or reminded you of what love could look like, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss more heartwarming moments like this. Red Heart, thank you for being here. Whether you're watching from Canada, Indonesia, France, or the Philippines, we're connected by stories like these. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep believing in love, one gentle touch at a time.